Hello, hello, hello. What we got here then, yeah? Let me just turn this down. I actually might... Might just keep this in the background. Why? Because we can. Actually, let's just, yeah, let's just throw some music on. Let's put some ambient on. See. Let me just quickly... Sorry, guys. Not required. Beautiful. And hopefully that'll just play through. Hopefully we can hear me. I have rearranged my whole setup. That'll just... Beautiful. I can hear myself very briefly. Let's continue on. So, now, we were working on this last week. And for those of you who probably saw the VR clip, saw that, you know, we were looking at this VR. Now, there was an interesting comment, someone, I haven't responded to them yet, said, what's the point? What's the point in putting it into VR? There's no benefit. You know what? There is no benefit, absolutely. But the fact is that I could stand in my creation. I think that was amazing. So from here, what we're going to do is we're going to get over there. Come on, mate. Just, can I... There we go. So from here, what are we going to do is we're going to start kind of filling out the apartment. So we're going to find some crud, put it in there, beef it out. Now, something I was thinking about is along this wall here, let's kind of maybe create some sort of TV. But then, you know, where's the person going to sit? So I'm now going off that kind of Fifth Element style where there is that blank wall. And then what we'll do is we will probably build in a TV in here. And then so pretty much all of the living is done into this bed. Very much a fan of this lighting. I'm intrigued. Actually, let's just jump over into Cycles and let's just have a look what it looks like in Cycles on GPU. And I think in Cycles, it just looks gorgeous. Gorgeous. Yeah, the reason why I had it in Eevee is because I was actually in VR. So, but yeah, look at that. The texturing on these benches here, I'm not too sure about. I think I might do some sort of very simple metal, so it's not going to be very shiny. But that, I'm really happy how this looks. I think we might fix up this stovetop. I'm not a fan of how that looks. I do like the way this door looks here. But once again, we'll probably come in, put a metallic material on, just work something out. I want something nice and simple to be put on to the as a material, because what I want to do then is extract it, put it into Unreal Engine and try and live it, you know, have an interaction. I mean, worst comes to worst, we could probably do some VR stuff as well. Worst comes to worst. We could do some VR jazz in here and then build our game based on this. Might be an idea, and we'll just go from that, like we'll just wing it from there. So let's go back into Eevee. Completely different look and feel to it. But let's carry on. So here, this is just some kind of like ornaments or something just to put in there. We got to fill in this section in here. Now what kind of sci-fi objects to put in there, I am not sure. In Blade Runner, this TV's as big as walls. But yeah, but the thing is this room is so tiny. I wouldn't mind expanding it out maybe in the next iteration, like the second Blade Runner 2. I think that is just a beautiful apartment. I really like the way it looks at it. A nice big open area, and then kind of the entrance is there on the right, the kitchen and the bathrooms there on the left. I think that I really like the way that looks. But let's now go ahead and just start building this up. So let's just start off with a Shift S Cursor World Origin. Let's go into Mesh, Cube, and then let's kind of just start playing around a little bit, eh? Yeah, mate. She'll be right. Alright, let's now bring that up into here-ish. And I'm going to make this super thin. I think it's a little bit too thin. Of course, we will make it like so. And yeah, the whole theory is that your, you know, being such a small apartment, this is where you spend most of your time, by the window. Now there are a few screenshots because I was doing some research on kind of what else I could put in here, apart from all the other jazz. Is there was nice cross sections across the window with the sunlight coming through. So what we might do is maybe put in a small volumetrics in there to get those nice like light god rays coming through. Anyway, I digress. So let's go ahead and select everything, press 3. Let's get that back face, delete vertices, select all this jazz, press I to do an inset, and there we go. So that's probably out the frame of our TV. Now the thing is obviously we could go probably like holographic or something like that. However, I'm not too concerned about that for now. Let's kind of keep it very generic. I mean, it's not generic, but still. Beautiful, something very simple like that. From here, I reckon what we might do is select this pane here, P, separate by selection. So we've got our frame separate. Let's just go GY and we'll push that back. In here, we're going to grab this section. Let's grab this section in here as well. Come over and into there. What I'm going to do here is Control B to do a bevel, and we're just going to give it just a little bit. What about the outside? I'm not a fan, so let's maybe put an edge loop in there, and then we will come through and do all this in here. Maybe we'll just do it like, no, can't do it like that. We have to do with the edges, because if we use the vertices, then we will grab everything. Control B to do a bevel. Beautiful. Let's go something like that. I think that looks no, it doesn't. Control A, apply scale. Let's just check that. Control B. Beautiful. There we go. So now we've got that full rounded experience. Give it a little bit of extra love. And then on the outside, we can actually go a little bit different on how much bevel we actually want to give. So let's go C. Whoops. C. Ah, you suck. Deselect them. So we have to do it like this, which is fine. Let's just continue on like so, and like so. Control B to do a bevel. Beautiful. Just a smidgen one. Nice. I don't know how to say that, but hey, some rectangular horizontal blinds. Yes, that is exactly what I'm going to be kind of going for. Just some shades to go across. I initially even tried to do a full bit that covers it, but then it didn't have the effect that I was after. So I think maybe we'll just have those 1 or 2 bars. That is good. That is good. All right, so what do we got from here? I love the TV. TV's coming along nice. What we might do is create just a simple little extra section down here. Let's grab that. Shift D, Z, scale on the X, G to the X, and let's go GZ, and then we're just going to go E to extrude. So we've got kind of like this little section down here. Let's select there, Shift S, cursor to selected. So we've put our cursor there. So when now I go Shift A, add in a cylinder, rotate X 90 degrees, scale that in. There we go. And so here we can kind of just throw in some lights. Something like so. Beautiful. And then we can throw a maybe like a black plastic material on there. We can see that that's hanging off the edge there. So let's go like this. Select that, press F to do a face. Let's get this bit in here and we'll just push that back. Now the plan is, well, maybe what we might do is create some sort of bracket behind it. So yeah, let's do that. Shift S, cursor to selected. What we're going to do now is go plane. All right, rotate X 90 degrees, scale, and then from here let's put an edge loop, Control B. So we've got something like that. We're going to delete that face in there, selecting both of these. Let's go E to extrude. Nice. And what we're going to do is just line that up with a wall. I believe that this is the wall here, right there. Cool bananas. From here, let's go Shift D, rotate Y 90 degrees, and I'm going to scale that in a bit. Let's kind of bring that forward ever so slightly. Now obviously this isn't going to be a big part, but it's just the fact that it's there might maybe just give it a little bit more credibility. Facetious. There we go. I can't say it. Alright, so we're going to put in something like that. So we're just building a bracket in here. I'm just trying to think, what videos do I have coming out? So I redid my room in here, so if I sound a little bit different, it's because I've got a lot of noise cancelling acoustic pin boards up now, so it's probably, actually I can really hear it. Even here as well, I made an ugly mess to stop the sound bouncing off the window, so I'm looking forward to actually putting together that video. It's nothing quite like watching someone clean their office. Alright, so from here, let's go like so. Shift D, I want to scale that one. Let's go scale Shift Z, just so we have that. G to the Z, one there. Shift D, Z, bring that up. I mean, it is just a minute details. Let's grab that, Shift D to the Y, and we'll line it up like so. Lovely jubblies. From here, I'm just going to add in our cube. There we go. Let's go like so. Let's go like... Beautiful. There we go. We'll bring that up. Smush that together. Nice. So that's giving us our like pivot, if you know what I mean. So we'll bring that in. Scale on the Y. And I'm not going to put too much detail into this because it is a fairly minute... observance, but it's more the fact that when we do put this back into VR, you know, we're going to see that this panel here is being held up, which is perfectly fine. So from here, what I'm going to do is just work on the back of the TV a little bit. Let's go I to do an inset. Let's go G to the Y, something like that. Let's do an O. Okay, let's not do that. All right, let's undo that. I to do an inset, and we've got all this yuckiness, which is okay. We can fix that, and we'll fix that manually now. From here, let's go like so. We're going to go cancel this, cancel this, cancel this, merge at center, and then what we'll do is we'll just go around all 4 points, merge at center. Come on, buddy. Where are you? That one there. There we go. C. Merge at center. And one more, mate. One more. Merge at center with the M button. Key button. So now we've just got this nice, wonderful face here, which we can manipulate. There we go. Let's now go I to do an inset. We could probably go in a smidgen. Maybe we could do another I. Scale on the X. There we go. Something like that. Nice. And then we'll just bring that out. So we have something at the back of the TV. Now the question is as well, is we need some cables. And I love me cables. And that's probably one thing we might put in here, because this roof is just so bland. We actually might put in some pipage probably through here. We'll open up a gap or something, and that'll just kind of give it a little bit more depth in that room. I really do like this piece up here. So if we kind of go into material view, we've added some lights, but it's kind of like an extra area just to give it a little bit more depth rather than just this corner. So what we might throw in there as well just is some air vents. So it's kind of, you know, give it some more livability. Lovely. All right, so where were we? Cables. Where are the cables going to go is the next question. Maybe we might just make some sort of box up into here. Just thinking about this. Maybe what we might do is put in a piece that sits up there. How long have you been working on Blender? Oh gosh, that's a bit of a sensitive topic. So I've been using Blender. I first touched Blender back in 2002. But the reason why I stopped touching Blender was because I didn't know the smooth mesh existed. Smooth mesh? Shade smooth. So that's kind of, yeah. You know when you kind of just can't work something out and you go, hello, 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 Mr. Smiley. You know when you just can't work something out, and that kind of destroyed it. I really do wish I continued with Blender back in 2002. But now recently I've probably been going hard at it for 5 odd years. Always learning. There's always something. Most of the tutorials that I have are actually for me, because it's kind of like short, sharp, straight to the point to remember on how I do stuff. I do not like that piece one little bit. So, yeah. Yeah, probably about 5 years now. There we go. So we're just trying to work out what to do with this box. I think we might just create a dummy box behind the TV in here. Let's go like this. But we are trying to keep it as low poly as possible, because we will try and get this into Unreal Engine at some point. And of course, what we'll do is once we have everything working, once my interactions are all working and such, which I'm doing pretty good at the moment, then we'll probably create some sort of game based around this location. So, especially with Unreal Engine 5, hopefully once they get nanites working in VR, it'll be brilliant. It will be brilliant. And where's my music? Why's my music stopped? Whatevs. Just play. All right. Beautiful. So from here, let's go ahead and create some cables. Actually, what we'll do is let's go shade smooth on that. We can see that it looks really kind of ugly, but if you go into object properties here, we can go auto smooth, and then all the sharp bits become sharp once again. So let's just go ahead and add a small bevel. That's a little bit too big, sunshine. 0.001. There we go. Look at that. That's looking quite nice. We'll probably do the same for this TV. Let's go bevel. 0.001. There we go. Nice. So I think that's looking good. Let's do a shade smooth on that. We can see we've got a few issues in here, but I think we might just come back and clean that up a little bit later. Yeah. We might, yeah, we'll clean that up later. That's future Marco's problem. So from here, what we're going to do is I'm going to go shift right click and we're going to put in a curve now. So let's now, I just want to kind of scale them down so they're not so big on the handles. 45. So we know that this one goes into here. Let's go rotate 90. There we go. And our box is here. Let's go E to extrude along the Z axis, like so. Lovely. Let's scale that down. GZ. Something like that. Where's my other half? It's just here. And then we might just put in just kind of like a fake box in there so it goes amongst the TV. Oh, look at that. Nice. What I can do from here is come into the cable properties or the Bezier properties. We can go into geometry. And then on the bevel, we can go depth. We can increase the depth. A little bit too big. 0.002. There we go. So now we've kind of got just like this little insignificant cable going from the TV and back in there. Is YouTube your main king? No, not by a long shot. My views would need to times 10 for me to consider. Yeah, nowhere near. It is a lot of work. I haven't had any videos stand out at all. So you can see if you go through my channel, you will see kind of like a casual growth. Nothing, there's no major. And I've been doing it. I'll tell you what. 100 likes, even though there's only 17 people, and we'll go through my analytics. More than happy to go through that. If not, I recently moved into a position where I'm doing internal infographics for a company, and they're kind of just promoting their in-house products and achievements that they've done. So it's a good role. It's a good role. Before that, I was a VR developer. However, due to the higher ups being risk averse, chose not to proceed. Proceed? Proceed. You better show up tomorrow. Hey! Of course I'll show up tomorrow. Yes, so I'm really happy with how that screen's turned out. I was playing around this afternoon, a couple of days ago, and I did create some weight in this mattress by creating some like divots around the bum area and the bottom of the feet as well. But obviously now that I've put that cloth in, we need to change that. I was molding the bed sheets here. Now the way I was doing that is I was jumping into the sculpt mode, and then we've got this cloth tooling here. And then all I was doing is kind of just grabbing and kind of just manipulating it like so. So it's kind of scrunched up around her feet. Just like that. So that's, I probably made this a little bit rough. We might actually come in and might actually do the bed sheets a little bit later, because obviously there's no pillow there as well. So we'll probably make them later. What's another thing we can do? So let's come back into object mode. Now the thing here is when I was in VR, I was kind of standing there. The bed kind of like comes up to the waist, if not a little bit higher. So we might need to make some kind of like stairs or something. So let's grab this area here. Let's go G to the Y. I'm gonna move this over. And then from here, let's create this kind of step up. Whoops, let's turn on OGY, that proportional editing tool. Let's go like that. All right, is that straight? It is not by a long shot. Let's go G to the Y, just move it over like so. All right, so from here, let's grab this. I don't want to go all the way around. Whatever, it's too bad, so sad. Let's grab these two. I'm going to press I to do an inset and press I again to do individual faces. And then we're just going to go E to extrude. From here, I'm going to grab every top face in here, G to the Z, and bring it down. And so this is kind of like almost like a little bit of a ladder to get in. So, 3 steps might be a bit too much, but let's just go for it. We'll continue on. I won't bevel that area just yet, but what we will do is I will round off those corners. However, I don't want to touch it. There's my apartment at the moment. Let's go like that. Let's grab these walls. Shift D, 10. There we go. Now let's go in. So that's kind of like how I do my backups, is that if what I do doesn't work, I can just pull it back down. And because I moved it up 10 units, I know I can just go GZ minus 10 and it will come back to where it needs to be. So let's go ahead and grab all this, thus. Come on, there we go. Thus, and thus. And if we go Control B, mouse wheel up. Nice, I like it. We might even just give it a little bit of extra love as well. So let's go Shift D, scale onto the X, G to the X, and GZ, and all we're doing is kind of creating a small lip, just to give it kind of like a little bit of extra details. So let's go ahead and grab that, Shift D, Z, and we're kind of eyeballing it, which is about here. So this is the bottom of the next step. Shift D, Z, and then that's the bottom of that step. What on earth is that piece? I thought I saw another piece. Oh, it's these. So I was when I was in this view, I could see these holes, which I thought were these holes, but no, that's this cupboard here. All right, I like that. I think it looks well. I think it looks nice. What we might actually do is I'm going to grab. Let's put an edge here. macula. There we go. Scale on the Y 0, GG to move it along the normals. And then I'm just going to bring it back. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back. About there. And we'll do the same on this side. Scale X, scale Y 0. And I've got a feeling that this, stuff or whatever. Let's grab this and this line in here. And so what we're doing is kind of almost as if this is a panel. So let's go like that. Middle mouse, control numpad minus to deselect a little bit. And then we're just going to go X, push it back a little bit. Which way? There we go. Something like that. Lovely. From here, let's grab that, control plus, and I'm just going to move it over. And so now that kind of, ever so slightly gives us the effect that that's a panel that goes in. So let's go ahead maybe and throw on Shift S, cursor to world origin. We're just going to kind of put in as if it's a bolt. Let's just start adding stuff in. I think I've got extras. What are my bolts? Do I have bolts? I thought I got bolts. There are bolts. There we go. So let's grab a bolt. I want... Oops, let's not do that. Let's not do that. I don't want a bolt. I want to... Yeah, no, actually. I do want a bolt. Let's go... F9. F9. I think I stuffed up. Let's go. Start again. Mesh. Bolt. We don't want a hex. I kind of want... Almost a dome? How's that look? I don't like that. That looks ugly. Pan? Nope. Countersink? Nah, that's not. Ooh, I do. Nah, that's not. Cap? I don't like that. What the? Hex it is. Thread length? Nope. I just want to make this as small as possible because I don't want to have too much geometry happening. Beautiful. Let's just scale that down. Where are we? Where are we? There we go. Let's kind of go like so. Scale it all the way down, 0.1. That's still a big bolt. Scale that down some more. Rotate X. And we're going to go shove that. So it's kind of just sitting there, I reckon. Is that too big? There is a chance that might still be too big. Oh, actually, no, that's fine. So let's go GY, and we're just going to put that in the corner. Let's kind of go like so. From here, let's go Shift D to the Y. We're just going to duplicate that and throw that about there. There we go. Let's grab those two. Is that sitting in the right spot? It is not. So let's go G to the X and push that all the way in. Oh, come on. G to the X, push that all the way in, like so. Let's get this one and we'll bring that a little bit back. Where is... There we go. Cool. I'm going to grab that. Shift D, Z, bring it all the way down. And what I'm going to do now is just select the bolt, rotate on the X axis, just so they're not the same. Rotate X. There we go. What's going on? Let's have a look. Oh, you better show up tomorrow. Sure will. Just in the matter. It's just about to suggest. Yeah. What's up with the shading on the drawers? No auto smooth. That is because I think of the n-gons. Let's have a look. No, it's got auto smooth on. I think it's because of the bevels. If we bring that down, yeah, I think that's why. So I've got to probably come back and clean that up. But if we turn it off, yeah, that's what it kind of looks like. So yeah, we'll come back and definitely be fixing this up. But I like how that is looking as well. So you can really see that it's kind of bolted in. I think that's nice in there. And we'll probably go around the apartment and do the same. So let's come up into here. I am going to go edge loop in there, GG. Control B to do a bevel. And let's go like that. G to the X. I'm going to put that there. Let's select this face. I'm going to do I to do an inset. And this is kind of where we're going to be creating that air vent that we spoke about. Add weighted normals. All right, let's try it. I know you're a smart man, Emerger. Makula. There we go. And you said weighted normals. Wait. Done? Yeah, I hate you, Emerger. Thank you. No, what's going on? Why is that a jerk? Nah, it's not working for some reason. Or is there another thing that I'm missing? Normals? No normals. Oh, weighted normals. Here we go. Let's go angle. Oh, yeah. I'll buy that for $1. Let's come over into weighted normals. I like that. Angle. Yeah, nice. All right. Thanks, buddy. Always appreciate your input. Hey, Jude. How's Real-Illusion treating you? You plan on using... Oh my goodness, heck yeah. I am planning on using everything with Real-Illusion. Of course. I've changed my mindset of Blender is the end-all and be-all. I think it's the right words. So I actually started playing around with a lot more with iClone. And because I'm going from motion capture into iClone and then into Blender rather than just going motion capture straight into Blender and apply it to the character, there are a lot of really good tools in iClone that help clean up the motion, and it's far superior than Blender. So that's why I'm starting to use that workflow. I think where the workflow for me will be going will be mocap, iClone, Unreal Engine, and then building my scene in Blender and importing it into Unreal Engine. Now, purely for the fact is, it's just render times. Render times are just ridiculous. I'm finding that it's a really big problem for me, especially when I'm doing 4.5, 5,000 frames. You know, it's 12, 13 hours if I'm lucky. So, yeah. That is Marco's future plan. What am I doing here? I'm gonna do P, separate by selection. And then from here, let's put in a few edge loops. Let's do a Control B to do a bevel. Something like that. And then from here, I'm gonna grab all the bottom vertices. And then just gonna be manually go G. There we go, something like that. Let's go scale on the X, G to the Y. Yep. I think that gap in there now is a little bit too big, which is fine. So let's clean that up. So let's grab that, and that, delete faces. And what we will do now is just select these edges in here, pull it back a little bit more, G to the Y. So something like that, GY, just make that standard. Let's go into modify, let's go into the Solidify Modifier. And let's select that. Let's go into individual origins, scale on the Z axis. Beautiful. Let's go 0.002. Nope. 0.004. A little bit thickness. The other thing that we can do as well is let's go right click, set origin to geometry, and then from here, just for funsies, let's just see what this looks like. I'm going to put an area light. Okie dokie. Let's go Shift S, cursor to selected. Let's put in an area light. I'm going to rotate something like that. I'm just intrigued what this will look like. Let's go scale on the X. Here, I'm going to give it, let's go maybe, not a blue light, but maybe even a red light. Green light. Let's go into 100 watts, and let's go into rendered view. Ooh. I like the idea. 10. We've got a lot of light bleeding. That's fine at the moment. Let's just jump into cycles. It's not too bad. I like the idea. That's not bad. but I don't think that's right. So we're not going to worry about that for now. We'll probably come back to that a little bit later. Let's jump back into Eevee. So that's not too bad. So now we've kind of now I've got the airflow coming through this room. We need to start filling it up some more as well. So maybe what we might do is create some sort of like maybe wooden furniture that would sit here as if it was the pantry. I don't know what type of animation you're planning on doing once your full setup is online. So I will show you. Let me just quickly jump into YouTube Studio. So this was an animation that I created for Matt Stoney the other day, or last week, I think, in the hopes that he would see it and go, oh, sick, let me share it. But that one hasn't happened. Is that right? Yeah. So that animation there probably took me about not 3 days, probably 3 evenings to do. And I wouldn't mind getting more into that, start doing more animation, so on and so forth, but I just got to sit down and actually write something, and that's the big thing there. All right, let's start here. Let's add in a cube. All right. Just trying to think, what would be the best thing to do here? I am thinking some sort of, almost like a cupboard. Do I want a cupboard or do we want shelves so it's fully visible? Then technically, like, where's the cold food stored? And then, so this is where we're kind of thinking. I wouldn't mind some sort of wood to break up this concrete interior, but then we need to fill it with things, which sucks because that means more modeling, more time, so on and so forth. Whereas if we kind of just throw something in, where if I would just put a cupboard in, that'll kind of like cover us with less work. And I'm all about the less work, for those of you who follow me. That's why I have a stupid amount of add-ons. But we are not using any add-ons for this. So if you want to watch the full jazz, we were working on this last week. Let's go G to the X. I do like that. Once we've built this, let's work on the roof and give it some extra, like, zhuzh, I guess is the right word. So from here, let's go into an I to do an inset. And then we're going to P separate by selection. Let's grab that face in there. G to the, oops, GX, pull that out. Scale a little bit on the Y axis. Control B to put an edge loop in there. Right click into the center. Let's do a V to rip, and then we'll select both these faces. Control L. Speaking of the animation, when can we expect the ratio? I know! Like I said in the video, I kind of fell out of love with that one. I think I might pick it up again purely for the fact is because my workflow has changed so much since then. And I think that once I probably do the mocap, I think we'll probably restart working on that. Because it turned out nice. Like, the scene looked so good. Okay, what we might do is I might just grab that side and I'm just going to push it out a little bit. Let's grab this side, G to the Y, push that out a little bit. Nice. I'm just trying to think. Let's go GX and we'll just bring that forward ever so slightly so we can see behind it. From here, let's create some sort of handle. So Shift S, cursor to selected, Shift A. Let's go into a cylinder. Let's go into 40 vertices, scale that. Let's go P, separate by selection, scale that in there. Noise, scale, G, so something like that. What I'm going to do now is go Shift right click, and I've put it in line with that face there. And now we're going to use the spin tool. So let's come up into Y. And we're just going to give it kind of like a gradual spin like so. Let's give that a rotation. Scale on the X. Scale on the Y. I think we need... Let's kind of now line that up. G, Y. Let's finish off this piece in here. G to the X. So something like that. And now what we need to do is kind of create that handle. So from here, let's add in another cylinder. Bring that in. Rotate onto the Y-axis 90 degrees. There we go. Let's go something like that. Scale on the X. Nope. Scale on the Y. Shift D to the Z, and we'll do the same for there. Select everything. That's looking fine. Let's now come over to here. The thing is it does not look like a fridge. Why does it not look like a fridge? To me, that looks just like a cupboard. Do we maybe create... Do these doors need to be bulkier? Let's grab this face and this face. I'm just going to go GX. Is it because... Yeah, it just looks like a cupboard. Sorry, yes, we already discussed that one. Let's grab this face. Let's do an I, scale, so on like that. From here, we're going to go E to extrude. Let's select this back face, delete face. Alright, G to the X. And then from here, let's kind of, I'm just going off my fridge at home, Shift D. Let's scale that in. From here, I'm going to put in, whoops, something like that. Control L. Ooh, actually, no. So let's grab these in here. Control B to do a bevel. Let's grab them. You donkey. Scale on the X. Let's select everything. Rotate Y 180. Rotate Y 180. And now what this does is it kind of gives us our tray that we're after. Let's go. Maybe we'll just select this face. E, Z. Control L. Scale. G, Z. Actually, no. Let's go scale Y, like so. And we'll grab that edge, E to extrude, scale on the Y. Yep. Doesn't work because we've got individual origins. Now if we scale... There we go. So now we've kind of got that tray. Yeah, absolutely. Completely agree, hey Jude. Those handles look fine, but not in that scene. Yeah. You are very correct, Emerger. And that's why it's not. Yes, you are correct, good sir. Yes. Let's GZ10, and we'll redo that in a sec. So we'll probably go for a handle like this. You are very correct, buddy. You are like, yep. You have a very good eye for that stuff. Let's go ahead and finish this bit off in here. So I'm going to grab probably an edge loop through there, and we'll bring it out. And then what I can do here is go E to extrude up, Shift S, cursor to selected, and we're going to create a kind of shoot, G to the Z. From here, let's grab that face, I to do an inset, E to extrude. Let's go how my thing works. I'm going to grab, is that in the middle? Is that in the middle? Ah, whoops. Yep, there we go. That one there. Beautiful. So from here, what I'm going to do is, because I kind of want to tilt that section up. Where am I? Oh, in the orthographic. What I can do is come up here into the proportional editing. G to the Z. Make sure we've got connected only, because I only want to affect this, what I've got selected. GZ. Something like that. G to the Z. Bring that down. Let's scale that in. O to turn it off. Let's go. Let's go, man. Let's go. G to the... Oh, come on. Can you... Yep, there we go. Sorry, Y. Shift D, Y. Nice. And then what this will allow as well, so that's kind of like our cup holders. Not cup holders. That's kind of like water and ice for our drink. And that is a brilliant idea about the handles. That's genius. That's genius, son. From here, what I need is I'm going to put an edge loop in there. Let's go GG. Bring that in. GG. Bring that in. That looks fairly parallel. If I go GG, let's just do this. GZ, bring that up. GZ, bring that up. Let's clear this out. I'm going to go delete faces. Let's put an edge loop here-ish. Select these both. Scale Z 0. And we are going to move that to here. So I'm just kind of trying to clean up the geometry a little bit. Oops, let's undo that. Scale Z 0, GZ, which goes about here. Let's put another edge loop through there. And edge loop through there. Select these, scale Z 0, G to the Z. I'm going to bring that up to about there, in line with the bottom. So now we can select this edge and this edge. This edge and this edge. Nope. This edge. Oh my goodness. F. There we go. All right. Now let's go ahead and do the same for these two. Oops. Scale Z 0, G to the Z. Bring that down. G to the Z. Bring that down. G to the Z. Bring that down like so. And then we can now select nothing, because there's no edge there. You donkey. Ja donkey. Let's put a... This here has stuffed me up. Let's go... Oh, jeez. Select these. Select that edge. This. Delete edge. This one and... Oops. No, this one. This. Delete edge. And then we can put in our edges here. Uh-oh. Wow. Yeah, stuffed up. Alright, undo. Yeah, I knew I had that selected. You fat mole. Delete edge. There we go. Nice. Let's just go Control L hide, because I don't want to see that right now. Let's put our two edge loops in there. And then from here, this will come up and line up with something. Hey, what's that? Oh, that's that. Okay, yeah. Oh, actually, well, oh, what a bing bang. Oh. Let's go delete edges, and then I'm going to go delete vertices, and we'll fix that up in a sec. Let's go F. Let's maybe grab this back edge. Delete vertices. And that gives us that. Let's go delete vertices. let's now press F. Let's put an edge loop through here. Let's go Control B. Control B. Merge at center. Merge at center. I think I'm just making this difficult for myself. I think that's what I'm doing. Let's go Alt H. And we're going to grab that edge there. EZ. I don't know where I am. Something like so. Let's grab that and that. Delete vertices. And then we can grab this edge here. E to extrude. Bring it down. There we go. G to the Z. Like a lasso. Lovely. Lovely jubblies. Now, why the heck have I done that? That's because... Did I just muff something up? Cool. Let's now grab this edge, this edge, this edge, this edge, and this. This will now allow me to extrude to here. Alright, there we go. Sick. What the heck's that? What are you doing? That's la suck. Oh! Let's just select the outers. Can do that. Let's select this, Control L hide, and we'll do it like so. There we go. E to extrude along the y-axis, x-axis, Alt H, select that, edge, and now we can match what we've got here, G, X. Nice. All right. So all that work for what? To make these insets. So let's go ahead and we will go... What? Have I missed something? GZ. Bring that up. What the heck? All right. Merge by distance. 22 vertices removed. Uh-oh. Whatevs. We'll go with that. G to the Z, bring that up. Edge loop goes in there. Let's just go M, no, Shift N to flip the normals. There we go, so that's a bit better. From here, I'm going to select all these top faces, scale Z 0, so we know that they're the same height. Scale Z 0, well, now we know they're all the same height. So from here, let's work on this. Put an edge loop through here, Control B to do a bevel. We're going to make a nice big kind of handle. That's a little bit too low, so we're going to grab all this section in here. Let's do I to do an inset. Nope, undo that. Press I to do an inset, and then press I again, so it's just that whole face. E to extrude, E to extrude, and then what we're going to do is we're going to grab these faces in here. Let's go E to extrude like that, and then that's kind of like our handle in there. Yeah, I'm fairly chuffed with that. What I will do is grab this edge in here. Let's go GY, bring it in, and there we go. So now we've kind of got that inset in there. From here, let's go, man. Control L, nope. Let's go Control L, delete vertices. From here, we're going to select that, Shift D, move it on the Y, scale Y -1. So now we've got that. No, we will not keep the two makers, ice makers, drink makers, whatever you want to call them. My music has stopped. Let's just quickly jump over into somewhere, and yeah, that's fine. press play on that one. There we go. All right. So from here, what I'm just going to do is cheat. Control L, delete vertices. Select these two. Control L, delete vertices. Let's select these faces in here. Control numpad plus delete face. So if you use Control numpad plus, it kind of increases the selection. Nice. Delete face. Delete face. Let's select these two and press F. There we go. Nice. 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 Still doesn't look right. I've got a feeling, bit of an inkling, this is going to be one of those days. So let's grab that back face, G to the X. Let's grab everything, G to the X, and we'll push it forward. I think having something nice and thick might do that. Now, this is all too low. This is a problem. Let's go GZ. I'm going to move it up a bit. There we go. And then from here, let's come into the side. Because I'm kind of going off standing in VR. This felt like a nice height. And the ice maker is a little bit too low. And I think, whoa, geez, way too small. So let's grab that. I'm going to grab this edge loop in here and this edge loop in there. Did that go all the way around? It sure did. Let's go GZ. I'm going to bring that right down. What on earth is this here? GZ. Bring that down. Period key GZ. Let's just make sure that that line is lined up here. GZ. Bring that back up. Something like that. There we go. That just gives it a lot more room. See, this is the kind of thing that I was thinking about, but if it's in the wall, then it's in here. It's in the bathroom. So that's why I've kind of kept it out. Because the way I figure, because the style of the apartment that I'm going for is sardines, pretty much. So she lives in a very tiny apartment, and I would figure that on the opposite side of this recess would be, the oven would be kind of like here, and then that way they can kind of combine as much as possible. So that's the way I've been looking at it. Probably from here we could probably throw in like a bin. Let's just throw in, maybe not. I don't think a bin would go there. I'd probably say some sort of more shelving would fit in. While we're here, let's throw in a box. And what this box would be is kind of like the hand signals to open the door. How low is that? Let's have a look. Yep, that's about right. Let's just go GX. Let's go GX or something like so. Whoops. Get off spin tool, please. Let's just go up to here. Let's press I to do an inset. From here we do I to do another inset. Let's go I to do an inset and back out. And so we've kind of got this now. I'm going to select the four corners. We'll select this as well. Did that select all that? Yep. Let's go Control B to do a bevel. What's the drama? How's that looking? That's not too shabby. Let's go scale on the Y. GY. This is going to sit something like that. Something very small. We'll probably put a black material, some sort of plastic over the top of that. Maybe let's do a Control S. Let's just save it. Let's jump into rendered view to see what it looks like. I do like how that is looking at the moment. It does seem a bit better, but what we might do is probably round off these edges, put some crud. Let's maybe grab these doors. Oops, just the doors, please. Let's select the bottom bits and we'll go GZ, bring it up. what this will allow here, let's put an edge loop here. Beautiful. G to the Z, bring that down. Let's select that and press F to create a face. And then I'm going to put an edge loop through there, scale Z 0. And then this is going to kind of, whoops, just give just something a little bit extra. More vents. Because we love our vents, yeah? You know what I mean? Oh, absolutely. Lovely. From here, let's go Control B to do a bevel. Let's go delete faces. And then what I'm going to do is grab all the bottom faces. And we'll go G, X, something like that. Control L, E to extrude down. Control L, G to the X. And we'll just put that back in there. Something tiny, something small. I think it might work. It's like a fifth element. You are very correct. I completely agree with that. How I hate you. Oh, you suck. Okay. Yep. Yeah, you got me. Yep, you got me. Whoops. Alright, let's go edge loop into here. Let's do an E to extrude and pull that back a bit, but not fully. Let's grab that. Let's go G to the X. How far back can we go? So it's not going to go fully in. I think that might look a little bit nice. Maybe we might go Control Numpad Plus. Scale on the Y, just to give it a little bit more room. Whoop! Hey! Whoa! 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 Bow! Wow! Wow! Whoa! Hang on. What have I done here? Oh! I see what I did. Okay. Let's delete faces, and then from here to here, I'm going to press F, and then we'll press F. Where are we? F. Whoops. F. And then I'm going to actually grab these two edges. Let's grab these two edges in here. Let's go G to the Y, rip that over. Control R, put an edge loop through there, and we'll select that whole section. Let's now go E to extrude and bring that back. And then that allows for the fridge to be kind of sitting there. Let's go GY even further back. Nope, X. So something like that. And then we will continue that theme of the rounded corners. Control B to do a bevel. There we go. So it seems like it belongs. Shift N. Oh, actually undo that. Let's get rid of this face and this face in here. Delete faces. And then that way it's a lot cleaner when we do this, because my floor and my roof are different meshes. So if we come into here, Control B to do a bevel. Yep. Let's now go ahead and select just this edge in here. E to extrude along the X. Oh, let's add that one in there. E to extrude along the X axis. Nice. Let's grab this. That's fine because that's already there. From here, I don't like the cut of that jazz, so we're just going to decrease the size in there so we've got gaps so crud can fall into the side. Nightshade, welcome, mate. How you going? Thank you very much. I'm glad. Like I said before, I normally make the tutorials for myself so I don't forget certain things. So I'm more than happy to help. Alright. How long are we going for? We've been an hour yet? Yeah, sick. We've been an hour. So I'm going to try and go to midnight. It's currently 10:15. Alright, so from here, let's do this. Shift D, Z. Let's, actually what I might do, let's go, ooh. Let's not. Let's delete that. Shift D, G -5 on the Z. There we go. And now we've got an opportunity here to do a whole bunch of work. Let's come into numpad 7, upside down. Alright, nice. Let's grab this. We will deselect all that. Scale Y0, GY. Let's grab that. Deselect. Scale X0, GX. Just bring that back just so we've got nice rounded edges. From here as well, I'm just going to use the knife tool. So the knife tool's changed a little bit. K for the knife tool. We press A to cut through everything, I believe. No, A means it keeps it straight or at 45 degrees. Oh, sorry, 30 degrees. C is to cut through everything. So let's kind of do that. We've already done that there. I'm just going to bring that up, something like that. And we're just chopping it up nicely. It's come up to the top here, and then we'll do one more cut through there. Press enter, just so we can kind of get our squares in here. From here, what we're going to do is do one more cut through here. So let's go K, AC, enter. There we go. So now we've kind of got this whole area in here to work with without damaging anything else, our other jazz. So for instance, let's now start off. Let's go Shift D, P, separate by selection. And I'm going to grab that. Let's go G to the Z. Let's go G to the Z, bring that down. From here, let's jump over into the Solidify Modifier. And what I'm going to do is kind of create some sort of panels. So 0.1, just to give it a little bit of extra volume and oomph. Let's grab this edge here, Control B to do a bevel. And then we're going to go delete faces, delete faces. All right. Yeah, nice. From here, might add an extra edge loop in there, Control B to do a bevel, delete faces. So now we can come in and start going Control B to do another bevel, delete faces. And so you can see that now we've kind of got these panels starting to come through. Let's grab that, Control B to do there, delete faces. For those of you who've been watching my channel for quite some time, you know this is how I do my sci-fi panels on spaceships. Let's go Control B. There we go. Delete. Delete face. I like it. Did I stuff this bit up? Yeah, I did. Yeah, donkey. Let's grab that, that, and that. Delete edge. Delete edge. Nice. Alright, so to me, that is looking pretty good. What I will do though is, because I want to add something in here, I'm going to select that area, press I to do an inset. From here, I'm just going to delete these faces. So now we've kind of got this piece that is sitting there, 0.05. We'll just make that a little bit smaller. And the other thing we'll do is we'll add in a bevel. Bevel's a little bit strong, so let's go 0.001, 0.05, 0.05. No, I could probably go a little bit more. 0.01, 0.008. Yeah, there we go. I'm happy with that. And now from here, we can do some work on the roof. Vanessa CAD autocorrect. What? No, I don't know what you're talking about that. From here, let's go ahead and grab these faces. Actually, let's just put an edge loop through there, edge loop through there, edge loop through there, and we'll do one more edge loop through there. And then we can grab this, E to extrude, and we'll pop that one up. Shift S, cursor to selected. Let's go into object mode, and then we'll add in another cylinder. Rotate X 90 degrees. For those of you new to the channel, welcome. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and yeah, help me out, get my numbers up there. Actually, we won't do it using. No, maybe what we will use. I'm just trying to think what's the best way, just to put some pipes in here. Scale on the X, so we've kind of got this pipe here. Oh, this is slightly frustrating. Let's maybe grab all this GY10. There we go. Then we can come in here and then we can kind of just work on this without being annoying. Alright, so from here I'm going to grab this, Shift D, E to extrude. Let's go Shift right click to put there. Let's go into our spin tool. We're going to add in probably about 30 degrees. Where are my numbers? Where are my numbers? Oops. Oh, there it is. 30 degrees, E to extrude, Shift right click right there. And then we'll go 30 degrees, beautiful, E to extrude. So we've kind of got these two Gigantor pipes. Nice, I am happy with that. And then from here, let's go Shift S, cursor to selected, we'll throw in a cube. And then this one's going to be a semi-vent, I guess. Let's go P, separate by selection. And I'm going to grab that face, G, X. Let's go E to extrude, just a smidgen. Let's go something like that. E to extrude. I'm going to go scale, Shift X. Something like that. Let's just go G like so. I'm just going to throw in an array modifier. And then that's going to be kind of like a, yeah, an air vent that's coming through here. Probably scale that down. Let's increase the number. Heck yeah. Spicy. Let's grab that. I do want to increase the size. Scale on Z. We might just go scale on the Y. Nope, scale on the X. Bring that in. Scale on the Y. Nice. I really like how that is looking. The next thing we'll do is let's go into edit mode again. Let's select this face. Shift S, cursor to selected. Let's add in a cylinder. Let's give it 6 sides, and we're just going to make this really super tiny. Something like that. Let's go rotate 90 degrees. Scale on the X, G to the X. Scale that out a little bit more. Scale on the X, buddy. G to the Y. Put that in there. Shift D to the Y. Just going to kind of line that up roughly. Shift D to the Y. We'll put that into the center. How is that looking? Alright. That needs to protrude more. The reason why I didn't do it so much like that. Let's go E to extrude on that. Control L to select everything that's linked. Control I to invert the selection. Scale on the X. And I just want those kind of like, yeah, bolts to protrude a little bit more. So to me, that is looking quite nice, you know. What can we do to make this? That sucks. I feel that there needs to be something a little bit more in here. Let's maybe just give this a bevel. Control, whoops, select both sides. Control B to do a bevel. Yeah, that's a little bit better, isn't it? Nothing like a late Sunday night in Blender. I completely agree. It is only 10:30, so it's still technically fairly early. Let's go ahead and on these pipes, I'm going to delete the edges, delete places. There we go, that's looking a little bit better. And then we'll go auto smooth on that, even though we don't really need to. I think that is looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and select that. Shift S, cursor to selected. Let's go ahead and throw in a curve, Bezier curve in there. Let's go rotate 45 degrees and we'll scale that in. Scale that in. And then what we can do now is select everything, G to the Z, bring that down. From here, we're just going to do some funky stuff. Let's add in a little bit of pipage, 0.007. There we go, just make it a little bit smaller. Shift D, whoops, select all, Shift D. So it's something like that. Let's grab the, oh geez, come on, G, so it's something like this. Rotate, oh far out, come on mate. Oops, rotate, there we go. So something like that in there. Let's grab this, Shift D, let's go rotate 180. And then we're just kind of like, we're just throwing in some extra pipages. What we might do is let's grab everything on this side. We are going to go into individual origins and we're going to rotate that down. And we're going to go rotate that down. And so now we've kind of got these cables just hanging here for some lazy reason. So that one there works out well. This one here is doing nothing. So if we kind of bring that one down. User, rotate on the Y. There we go. So it kind of goes around. That one's coming around. I am thinking maybe let's go this one, Control LP, separate by selection, and then we'll select that one. And we're going to make that one 0.015. Nice big fat cable. I think would look pretty good. So what do we do from here? Where's my roof? Is my roof still there? Let's go GZ10 and we'll pump that roof up there. Let's now go ahead and grab all this jazz. GY10 to the minus GZ5. Let's now, I think we really need to move it up ever so slightly, and that'll give us that. Let's go into that. There we go. All right, now let's have a squeeze. How'd that turn out? I think that works out well. What we might have to do is extend, yeah, we have to extend that area up the top there. So let's go into here. I'm going to, let's go Control Numpad Plus, scale on the X-axis. Okay, this is what we'll do. I'm going to put an edge loop here, bring that down. Let's now come in and select these faces here, Control Numpad Plus, scale on the X so that the pipes look like they are longer than they actually are. Well, that area up top is actually longer than it actually is. Select everything, G to the X, and then we're just going to add extra to the array, scale on the X, something like that. Noise these cables, scale on the X, whoops, individual origins. Nope, still individual oranges. Good try, oranges. Good try, Marco. There we go. Beautiful. Scale on the X. Nice. And so that's now given us kind of like this opening up top. Nice! Nice! From here, let's go into rendered view. Definitely too much. It's too busy. These panels here. Do I have a metallic material yet? I don't think I do I? 9. Now, like I said earlier, we're going for a simple material because I'm going to try and get this into Unreal Engine, and we'll probably just be using Unreal Engine materials anyway. Thank you for the tutorials and streams. Beautiful. Thanks, mate, Hugo. Already seen our web photos. Big hand to newcomers. Yeah. Hopefully. Yeah, try my best to do all that jazz. Let's jump over into textures.com, texture.com, and we're just going to type in metal, and I've got caps lock open. Let's come into photo textures. All right. Ooh, oh, look at that. Oh, we are taking that one. Seamless. Oh, heck yeah. Download that one. Whoops. Let's go back in. So I'm just trying to find another metal texture. Just a nice metal texture. It'll be predominantly maybe like a scratched up texture. I'm actually digging this kind of like ambient sounds. What do you guys reckon? So we're just trying to find a nice metal. Like that one there's not too bad. Meh. Let's actually just come down over into here. Not a grunge. Oh, I wonder what's under grunge. Oh yeah, splatters, whatevs. Let's go into metals. I do semi want a bare metal. I think a bare metal is what I'm after. Ooh. Let's maybe grab that. And we'll download that one. Alright, let's jump over into now downloads. Let's grab these two. Right click, copy, D drive. Nope, F drive. Where is this saved? I don't even know where I've saved it. File, save as, Markham 3D. Oh, Markham 3D. Sci-fi Apartment, Sci-fi Apartment, Sci-fi Apartment. Textures, right click, paste. Beautiful. Alright, go away. Control S, let's save. Alright, so what we're going to do now is going to create a very simple texture. Okay. I haven't updated node preview, so that's why we're going to have some really ugly red boxes everywhere. Let's jump into an image texture, plump that into there. That goes into there. Open textures. Metal bear. We'll give it a metallic. Get down. Let's come over into here, and I'm going to apply that as a roughness. Let's put in a color ramp. Alright, let's work this out. What I actually might do is just quickly jump into cycles. And I'm trying to remember which one. Okay, white is rough. Black is shiny. So I don't think we need to go to that extreme. So let's come bring that into there. So that is now super duper shiny. Let's bring it down. Oops. Hang on. Black is shiny. Alright, cool. Something like that. I still think it's a little bit too shiny for my liking. Beautiful. Specularity's turned down. Nice. From here, let's just select that. Actually, no. Let's select this. Control T? Yes. Sick. Let's go into Object, into Vector. Let's go into Cubic, Flat. It's going to be a box. And we want to blend the texture a little bit, so let's just go maybe 0.25. Yeah, not bad. So I like how that is looking. Let's just jump back into Eevee. Yeah, cool. And we will apply that to our pipes as well. This will be our bare metal material, bare metal. And then if we kind of select everything that we want, bare metal, come over here, and my thing might be hiding. Copy material to selected. So what you can do is select everything. And I don't think that's right, doesn't look quite right. And then come to the drop down and copy material to selected. I've got a feeling that these pipes here should probably be darker. So let's go duplicate. And we're gonna go darker. Can't see chat right now, sorry. Deadly, welcome buddy, how you going? From here, let's go into a mix RGB. Materials are my strong suit. Add a bit of black. Hey, materials. Multiply? I suck at this. I mean, it is darker. Nope. Yeah, something like that. And what we might actually even do, this is what we might do, is I'm going to add one. Let's go bare metal darker, and then we're going to go underscore blue. And so what we'll do is I'm going to make that bright. Let's kind of do a blue bit in there. I'm going to put an edge loop in here, Control B to do that, and assign. And then that's going to be kind of give us this. I'm going to go select all this, Control C, Control V, G, and I'm going to move that up. Let's see if this is going to work. Let's go into a mix shader, and we'll dump that one into there and dump that one into there. Now making this a little bit more complicated now. Let's go into a noise texture. Okay. And we'll do that into there. Let's go into a color ramp. Plop that one in there. And then what we're going to do here is I'm just going to bring that in. Bring that in. Let's grab this vector and it goes into there. And now what I'm hoping is that, yeah, so now we've kind of got this paint as if it's peeling. So let's go scale, it's going to be a little bit smaller. We want more detail. Maybe we will, I think, something like that. The next thing we can do is even go one step further, and let's go ahead and jump into a new blend file. Delete, full screen. Let's add in our camera. Alt R to reset the rotation. GZ, bring that up. Let's go perspective into orthographic. We're just going to make a decal. Real quick, simple decal. Let's come into film, and we're going to go into transparent. From here, let's add in our text, and we will just use the default Blender font. Let's actually maybe jump into Word. What is that? Oh! That is the script for that animated short. Alright, let's close that. Don't save. Alright, so I'm going to go water! Let's increase the size. Alright. Oops, let's do it over here. And I'm just going to try and find a font that I like. What's a good font? Berlin. Oh, no. It needs to be straighter. No. I need something that is simple. Century Goth. There we go. Century Goth, I reckon. Stuff it. That one. Console. Consolas. Alright, so from here what we do is let's go into the font. Actually, we'll just type in water. Let's come into the font. Open that. Consola. A. Consola. A. Beautiful. I'm happy with that. So what we're going to do is do this. And then I'm going to come in and we're going to create a... let's do this. Scale on the Y. Shift D to the X. And we're going to add that there. Let's maybe just move everything a little bit more into the middle. What I'm going to do now is we will duplicate this. Let's change this to air. And so we are just quickly making a very simple decal. Let's go like this. And then let's go G to the X. Something like that. Grab both of these. GX. We probably should actually make an arrow. I think is the thing that we need to do. Let's go. Oh, whatever. So we'll delete that one and we'll come back to that one. G, Y, E to extrude. Let's put this as a bevel. Let's now increase the size of this one and to 0 on that one. Let's go like that. Let's just move this in. Beautiful. Shift D, Y. And so now we have that. I will go Shift D and put that one in there. And yeah, let's go ahead now and create this decal. So from here, I'm going to create a new material. Let's go into the emissions. It's white. We want to change the color management from filmic down to standard. Let's go into our period key. Let's go into our material view. I don't want to see any lines. Let's go into viewport, render, not animation. I just want to go viewport, image. Beautiful. So you can see there's our decal. File, save as. Let's jump into D drive. Nope. Marker 3D. This is going to be our texture. It'll be decal underscore pipes. Beautiful. Let's jump into our other blend file. What am I doing? Other blend file. There we go. Now what I can do is let's go back into layout, file, import, images, planes, textures, decal pipes. All right, there it is. Shift Alt G like so. And now if I go rotate, let's go Shift D, X. I'm just going to move that off to the side. Let's go rotate Z 90 degrees to the minus. Come on, rotate 90 minus. Can you stop being a jerk? From here, let's go GZ, GY, GZ. I'm just going to kind of line that up into there. Let's go edge loop, and we'll do another edge loop there. V to rip. Control LP, separate by selection. Now what we can do with this selected, let's go GY scale. Right click, set origin to geometry. All right, now we're going to line this up on a pipe. Might just put that one here-ish. And then from here, what we're going to do is you can see that the pipe is kind of, that the decal's sitting on top. Let's give it a little bit of geometry. From here, we're going to come into the modifiers and we're going to go shrink wrap modifier. Nearest point to surface, we want to project negative. Let's select our target, which is this. We want to offset ever so slightly. Let's just give it shade smooth. And now if we go into material view, we can see that this now has water plastered on it. From here, let's do the same. Control LP, separate by selection. Select this, view in there. And we are going to roughly same size. Probably should have done it together, but oh well. We will plop that about here as well. From here, add modifier, shrink wrap, that pipe, nearest point, we're going to project negative, give it a bit of an offset, shade smooth. And now if we go like that, we can see that we've got the water pipe, we've got the air pipes. Beautiful, beautiful, mate, beautiful. Nice, yeah, wow. Let's go Control S. Let's just go save on that one, and then we'll get rid of this. Toggle full screen, close, don't save. I'm intrigued now. Now I've just unplugged everything, but let's give it a try. I'm just going to take that off. Let's see what this looks like in VR. Got my controller plugged in. Oculus turned on. Let's go N. VR, start VR. Whoops. Mirror session, yes please. Yeah, nice. So let's have a look at our fridge. Oh, this fridge is too small. All right, that's the problem. Even though I'm not standing up, and that's because I haven't set that up. Even here should be a nice height. So that seems, if I'm standing at a nice height, I think the drink is too small. This needs to be wider. Yeah, that's way out of scale. But if we have a look up here, that looks pretty cool. We got to change those cables to being black. Water, air, beautiful. We need to do something around the back concrete. I think that doesn't work at all. There's too much light there. And I think that's just because the concrete glossiness is a little bit too high. We can see those bolts there over here. That's looking pretty good. But yeah, definitely this fridge, no. This door, that's a nice size. I like the scanner that's there. That's pretty cool. That vent looks nice. That screen, oh. Yeah, and if we come here, this is what we did earlier at the start of the stream. You know, even if we come back here, we can actually see everything that we built. We can see that there's a cable here connecting it. But other than that, that looks nice. I really do like that. We can probably get rid of that decal because we don't really need it. But that was just good to there. And I like the fact that we've got that blue there. That kind of just breaks it up a little bit. But definitely that fridge is completely wrong. So let's go ahead and fix that. I'm sorry if you didn't really hear me too well because I'm far away from the microphone. All right, let's go. Put that over here. Put that over there. There we go. Hooah. All right, so let's get rid of that. Stop VR session, please. There we go. Okay. Over to here. This fridge is way too small. This section over here is way too small. So we need to fix that up straight away. That's our first problem. That's one of the reasons why I've actually really enjoyed using VR, is because I can actually see straight off the bat what's wrong. I can put myself in the scene and go, no, that doesn't look right. And I think maybe that's what the problem was that this bit here was too small, and that's why this section failed, I reckon. Let's grab that. I'm going to go B to box select, B to box select. Let's go G to the Z. Oops. Why is that? Whatevs. G to the Z. Bring that right up. And now that's a lot bigger. Maybe a little bit too big. But it should be fine anyway, because we've got big cups. Like we said, both of these things now need to be bigger. So let's go, yep. Scale Y. Scale Y. So this fridge definitely needs to be a lot bigger. Yeah, I think that looks better. Let's now go ahead and fix up these walls. All right, let's grab that. G, Y. That's the edge of the fridge. Box select. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Did I just break something? Yeah, I did. Crud. Undo, 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 undo. There we go. Let's deselect that. I didn't realize I select so much. All right, let's now go G, Y. And now this is almost like a pillar in a way. Let's now grab everything we can here. We grabbed a little bit too much there, so we'll deselect that. Deselect that. G, Y, put that in there. And that is now hopefully too much. G. Oh. G, Y. Yeah, there we go. And we'll just bring that in a bit. There we go. So that's looking a lot better. That fridge is now a lot more bulkier, which is good. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Really helps me out, keeps up with content. Okay. All right. I'm very happy with what we've accomplished in here. It's going to be quite a bit of playing around with materials and so on and so forth. I'm not sure how I feel about that now. I think what we might do is put some more bolts on the corners just to bring that out. This material here, I definitely don't like this plastic material shading. Let's just go like so. I can't even remember what material this is. This plastic? Fiberglass, okay. It's a very yuck color. Doesn't really do much for me. Let's go Control T. From here, let's go into the object. We're going to flat. Nope, we're going to go box, blend. We're going to go 0.25. What does this do? It gives us a bit of a roughness. Yeah, almost like a dark color. I think we could probably go. Let's see if we can increase the blending. Nope. Interesting. Let's go into cubic. Oh. Generated. Yeah, wow. Yeah, let's go with that. I'll buy that for $1. Control A, apply the scale. Let's, you know what? Let's try and give plastic. Let's try and give this material, the plastic material, plastic. Let's go plastic as well. We'll just see what happens. It's not too bad. I semi like it. I think let's try and give this one our bare material darker. Bare material, oops, darker. Maybe what we'll do is select this, Control L. Let's add a new material in, and this could be our bare material, assign. Oh yeah. Oops. Select these two. Let's go like this, Control L. Okay. Let's try this and this. Control L. And we will add in a bare material, assign. New material, bare material, assign. Concrete. Let's bring down the specularity of the concrete. What do we say? White was shiny? Black's shiny. There we go. Alright, yeah, so bring it down. Go back to a white. So that's not too bad. Specularity. Bring it down. Give it a little bit of shine. Let's dump that in there as well and see what happens. I mean, there is a shine, but I'm okay with that. I think that's fine. Let's go into just cycles and we'll just have a quick squeeze of what that looks like. Bevel, welcome. Ooh. Let's go with this. We'll throw in... Oh, nice. Bare material. Like so. Bare material, copy to selected. Nice, nice, nice. Let's go bare material, copy to selected. Your bare material as well, mate. Yeah, that's not too bad. I'm fairly happy with how that turned out. I think definitely what we might do is put in some sort of rug in here just to make it a little bit more homelier. Did we get rid of that extra piece in here? No. Alright, so these black cables. So let's make a rubber material. You are a rubber. And we're going to go with very dark like that. Specularity down and the roughness up. Beautiful. What's that looking like now? Why? Oh. Let's go minus on that one. We'll go rubber on that one. That's not bad. I like how that's turned out. Let's go ahead on this room material. Generate. There we go. That looks a little bit better. Control A, apply the scale. Control A, apply the scale. Now I do like the concrete, but I don't think it works there. So maybe if we go into a bare metal. No. Maybe we go into the plastic, I reckon. Plastic. This door here can be bare metal. Hang on, how have I done it? Okay, sorry, that's the wrong way around. So this stuff and this stuff, Control L, plus sign, Control I to invert the selection, and this will become darker, assign. Do we have a door frame? No, we don't have a door frame. Okay, that's fine. This thing here will become a plastic material. What to do about this? I know this piece here can be bare metal. This piece here can be bare metal. I reckon Control L. Whoops. Control L. That can probably be bare metal. Assign. This here could probably be a bare metal, but the back here would be metal black. No, don't like that. Do not like that at all. So let's remove it and we'll come back to that. That definitely doesn't work. But other than that, that seems to be coming along quite nicely. You're a bare metal. Let's do something before we end the stream. You can be bare metal as well. So we got to give the TV a material. Let's go into a plastic. And you can be a plastic as well. the screen here, we need to put something on there, and obviously we would have it glowing. But down here, if you remember right at the start of the stream, Control L in there. Let's add a new material in. We should have a white light. Let's duplicate that to a blue light. From here, let's add in an emission of 10. Don't forget to assign the material. Yeah, nice. Nice. Evie, beautiful. I am very happy with how that's turned out. I don't know why her feet's gone grey, but whatevs. You, sir, are a chrome. Let's go make a chrome material. New chrome. Specularity down, the metallic up. It's going to be straight, shiny. Bring down the roughness a little bit. You can be chrome. You, ugh, maybe a little bit too much. These two here, copy material to selected. This here as well. Let's grab these. Control J to join, and your bare material. Oops. Let's select this face, new material, you are bare material, assign. Yeah, we're definitely got to fix up those materials, but other than that, it's pretty good. Pretty happy with how that turned out. All right, nice, nice, nice. All right, so it is 11 o'clock. We'll call it a night there. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. It really helps me out. Trying to hit that 100,000 mark. What else? We got a few. What videos do we have? We got a few Blender add-on reviews coming up in the week. We're going to do some motion graphic stuff as well. And what else are we doing? I think more. There'll be motion graphics. So yeah. Anyway, let's call it a night. Thank you very much, guys, and I will see you next time. Au revoir, bonjour.